Yo, yo, yo. How we doing, everyone? I'm streaming a little earlier than I usually do, but, I don't know. I was just feeling like it. I feel like it'd be good to get some encounters done a little earlier today. Yeah, that's pretty much it. It's just, there's nothing particularly that's like making me do this. I just wanted to stream a little earlier than I usually do today. Also, I don't know what's going on with this chatbot. That is, quote unquote, chatbot that's in my chat right now. I started the broadcast and they chatted before I even went live. It threw me off a little bit. What's up, Nick? But yeah. Stream a little earlier. I'm about ready to get the Suicune, but is Suicune about ready to be shiny is the real question. I guess we'll find out. And I will let y'all know that in about 35, 37 minutes, something like that, I'm gonna take a little break to go do laundry and stuff, which will take like 10 minutes, 15 minutes at the most. But other than that, I should be good to go. I have my counter up. I got music playing, as usual. Dumb clanker. For the record, I did not. If that is actually like a legitimate chatbot, I did not have that chatbot. I did not install that chatbot into my chat. I didn't do anything. Put it there. But yeah. But I got my counter up. I got a couple people in chat, or at least one right now. And yeah, I got my music playing. My FPS should be up this time, I believe. Yes, it is. Alrighty. Without further ado, let's get into it. We're gonna start from 4501, 4,501 encounters. We're gonna go until I think 6,250. I think is gonna be my target for this afternoon. Not 6,000. Whoa, 5,250. Not 6,000. That would be crazy. 5,250 will be my target for this afternoon stream. So it's about 750 encounters. All right, let's get into it. We're gonna go until it shines or until then. And we're doing this. Imagine not being able to think. That's so real. Imagine just generating prompts. And these encounters never really get better. Although I feel like I've been experiencing a weird shift recently in my demeanor with these hunts. I've found that I'm enjoying my night streams more than my afternoon streams, which it used to be flip-flopped, because sometimes because I used to stream really late at night. I'd get to a point where I'd be like tired like halfway or less than halfway into the stream. But I feel like my last 2 days of streaming, I've enjoyed my night stream more than my afternoon stream. Not that I, don't enjoy this, but I feel like the vibes of the nighttime streams have been better. I think it's because more people are winding down toward the end of the day, and therefore more people tend to join my streams, which gives me more people to talk to and all that. Boop, 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 boop. Yeah, I don't know. I remember when I started this challenge, I'd be a little bit more happy doing my afternoon streams than my nighttime streams, and now it's completely flip-flopped. One thing I do know, however, is that I want to get this fucking Suicune. I want to get the shiny Suicune some point soon. Already over 20 encounters in. Good pace. Good pace so far. I'll let people know in the Discord that I'm live right now because they didn't. Let me just do that real quick. Alright. That's 45:24. It's little brother's birthday. Happy birthday. Happy birthday to your little brother. Happy birthday to your little brother. Every time I try to say sentences too fast, it just comes out like a freaking big freaking word vomit, dude. At my grown age, I can't speak properly. Or college student, by the way. $45.29. $30 in. Yeah, if it wasn't for speed up, man, this challenge would have been nutty. I don't even think I would have done this challenge without having the utility of speed up. I'm patient, but you know, it gets to a certain point. Suicune tests my patience every day. You know, I could have taken the easy way out. I could have just been like, you know what, I have my full team. I'm just going to play out through the rest of the game, but you know what? I do have a full team, but I don't have a full team of full odds shinies. That needs to be changed. So we're doing it. $45.45, by the way. For a split second, every time I'm sending out the Master Ball that Ho-Oh's in, it like looks like a Great Ball for like half a second, I swear. I'm not sure if it's just me tripping, but I swear for like half a second it looks like a Great Ball, not a Master Ball. Which if I caught it in a Great Ball, that would have been kind of funny. One thing I wish I stocked up more on was fastballs for the Ho-Oh, because it would have looked good in the fastball. Would have looked really good in the fastball. Although I'm not exactly sure what the catch rate would have been. That would have been something I would have had to research. Good thing about this Suicune is that I'm trying to catch it in a net ball, which A is going to give a good catch rate, B it's going to look good in a net ball. The net ball is like blue and white. It's like a really nice color for a shiny Suicune. It'd look even better in a dive ball, admittedly, but I don't think those are the easiest to access in this game, so we're sticking with net balls. If I can't get dive balls, we'll stick with net balls. Through our first 60 encounters. Now over 60, but yeah. The weather where I've been, the weather where I live, it's been so bipolar recently. Like, one day it'll be like the most beautiful day you'd ever imagine, and the next day it's freaking doom and gloom. And no, I don't live in Florida, for the record. Very uncharacteristic. Well, I wouldn't say uncharacteristic of where I live, but it's just so strange how weather can fluctuate so much in a matter of literally a day. I think overnight we got like an inch of rain or something. It's crazy. Suicune number 75 of the stream, by the way. It's like that for where I am too, yeah. Weather has just been weird recently. Mother Nature has been having a weird spring, to say the least. On the weekends, I don't care as much. When I go to school, I'm outside a lot more. Like on campus and stuff. And it gets annoying when it's raining and stuff. Almost at our first 100 already. Zooming through right now. Zooming along. This is a reminder, in about 20 minutes I do have to take a break to do laundry. Shouldn't take more than 10 or 15 minutes though. Also saying that out loud because I almost forgot. But I have an alarm on my phone that'll go off. I like to try to leave before that alarm goes off, like right before it goes off. Because I don't want it to like startle people. Because I keep my counter, aka my phone, right next to my microphone. So I imagine it's quite loud when it happens. So hopefully I remember before it goes off. If I don't though, I'm sorry. Also, Nick, now that you're here, because I kind of forgot. I forgot what we were going to name this weekend. You said Tsunami, and then you said something else. And I think I was leaning toward that name. I think it was Aurora? Was it Aurora? I think Aurora was the name that we wanted. Hey, what's good, Evan? Joined at a pretty good time. We're only through our first 100 of the stream. How we doing? Just woke up. Fair. Fair enough. I low-key just woke up too, bro. It's bad. I woke up at like 11 today. 11 EST, which is like an hour and a half ago. Not great. Because I don't go to sleep like horribly, horribly late. I just freaking... I sleep for so long. You slept for 12 hours? Yeah. It's even longer than me, I'm not gonna lie. I slept for like 9.5, 10. I thought I was freaking hibernating. Boy over here sleeping for a whole half of a day. Those are the best sleeps though, low-key. Look at the best types of sleeps you get. don't know if you've seen any of my previous shiny clips of him, but this is gonna be my last hunt. After this Suicune, we're just beating the game. That's it. Technically, I already have a full team right now, but I wanted to do like a little bonus hunt to replace my Lake of Rage Gyarados. And I felt like Suicune was the perfect fit. This one's risky though because we don't got a Master Ball anymore because I used it on Ho-Oh. But I think I have like a 90-something% chance to get this while it's paralyzed at about 30% health. And if I throw like 60 to 65 net balls, it should go in 90 to 95% of the time. Still like a 5 to 10% chance that we fail this though. Let's hope that does not happen. But which again, that's bigger numbers than I'm comfortable risking failing a shiny, but you know, all the more adrenaline when I find it. Look at 6 shinies already. Okay, so Gyarados got it. Yeah. I didn't have a problem with Gyarados, but I let chat vote on it. Because I was open to the idea of hunting Suicune. I was completely fine either finishing the challenge or doing shiny Suicune. I was equally happy with either. And chat voted that I should get Suicune, so we're doing Suicune. And we're already over half odds. Hopefully, you know, it shows up soon, but I should level up my Pokemon. Well, for Suicune, I did do a test capture, and the amount of the tanking part was not a big issue. Like, during my test capture, it wasted all of its power points before it even killed like 4 of my team members. Because its moveset kind of sucks. It doesn't have any water type moves. It only has Gust, Aurora Beam, and then it has like 2 support moves. I think it has like Mist and something else. But it has Gust for some reason, so it doesn't hit very hard. So, and also we do have Revives, so that part of it is fine. And it's also level 40. The part that I'm more scared about is the capturing part. Because as I said, during my one test capture, which I didn't have Thunder Wave, I threw about like 60 to 65 net balls and some Ultra Balls at it when it was at like 30% health. And Suicune didn't go in, and it struggled itself to death. Despite it being like an 80-something% chance that it would catch by the amount of balls that I threw. So, I haven't done a test capture since that, but I got Thunder Wave on my Ho-Oh. And we're going to play it risky. I did literally one test run and it was a fail, but it's not going to happen twice, right? If it was an 80% chance and I failed it, what's the odds it happens again? It's like missing 2 Rock Tombs in a row. And also I have Thunder Wave this time. So it should go fine. I'm going to Thunder Wave. And that's another thing. Thunder Wave will make it so that I'll have more turns to catch it as well. Because 1/4 of the time it's going to not hit me. So this should go fine. I have like 70 net balls and 25 ultras. It shouldn't, God willing, it doesn't take more than that. We should be fine though. I'm more worried about how long it's going to take more so than the captures, but both are, you know, something I'm obviously thinking of. Yeah, it's going to look really good in a net ball. This is the one I'm most excited to catch because I actually have like a good color coordinated ball for this. Although I was also kind of excited to catch Nidoran Male for that same reason, because it looks good in a great ball. Also, Evan, I saw you had like 2,000 subscribers now, bro. You're getting up there. Remember when you're famous, bro. Remember me. When you're walking on Hollywood, bro, just remember me, bro. Just shout me out or something. Hollywood's crazy. When you're at the Screamy Awards, bro, just... Let him know. Let him know about that boy Ed. Almost 150 encounters into the stream. Knowing my luck, though, this weekend, one of two things is going to happen. I feel like with this weekend. I think I am going to capture it. I'm confident enough that I will actually capture this weekend. I think what's either going to happen is it's going to go in really quickly, like within like the first 10 balls. And make me be like, well, damn, I just wasted so much money on net balls for no reason. Or it's going to wait until like it has like 5 power points left before it finally decides to go in, just to stress me out. It's gonna be one of the two. I think Sweekin's gonna rage bait a little bit, I think. I wish the old games could have... Yeah, me too. I never understood why they didn't. Cause like, it'd be nice to have multiple save files so that, like, you know, on one save file I could have, like, my full team... You know, mess around with doing stuff post-game on one save file while maybe I want to replay through the entire game on another one. I'm not sure how it is for the older game. I'm not sure how it is for the newer games with that type of stuff because I haven't played Sword or Scarlet in a while. So I'm not sure if that's the case with the newer Switch games, but yeah, for the older games, at least, I wish they did do that. It would just been more convenient. So you wouldn't have to like transfer them over, start a new save file, and then transfer them back to use them. If you want to replay, you gotta delete your whole main world. Never made sense to me or siblings. Yeah, you just gotta share, yeah. If you have siblings and stuff, yeah. It's annoying. Or you have to buy multiple cartridges, which obviously that's expensive. Did they fix that in the newer games though, or no? Is that still an issue where you can only have one save file? 'Cause honestly, I don't remember. I haven't played Gen 8 or Gen 9 in a hot minute. Did I see all the stuff that's happening with Lumion Legacy? No. What's going on with Lumion Legacy? I know that they're trying to release the new route soon. That's about as much as I know. But is there like drama going on or something that I haven't been keeping up with? One thing about this Suicune is, at least I'm not doing these resets alone. Fucking new scene on my right is doing the resets with me at this point. He's been here seeing this Suicune as many times as I have. No, game's dead. Developers pretty much said they made an announcement. Route 9. They pretty much have been lying about the updates. I just can't respect that. Like, that actually has made me lose. Like, I already lost a lot of respect for the devs with how long they have been delaying every single route. Because, like, before I gave them the benefit of the doubt, I'm like, I'm sure it's hard to make, you know, to, like, add story and, like, make your own Lumions every single time and stuff. But then they were releasing events quite a few times a year with new Lumions, with new dialogue, with new scenery. Which is, like, pretty much all it takes to make an update for a route anyways, other than maybe dialogue and story progression. But if they can do a few events in a year, and it take, like, I've called bullshit that it would take a few years to do an update for just a route. So, before I used to give them the benefit of the doubt, where I'm like, okay, it probably takes a while to do this kind of stuff. But it's getting absurd at this point. It's very clear that they just don't fucking care about the game anymore. Like, seeing that they've been lying about it too openly to their fans, like, that genuinely makes me want to, like, boycott that game. Yeah, the last gym released 4 years ago. 4 years ago for one gym, yes. To put this into another perspective, the game released in like June or July of 2019. And that was like right before the first gym came out. It's 2026, and we have 4 gyms. That's almost 2 years per gym. Do you know how insane that rate is? The Pokemon Company themselves moves at a faster rate, with making new Pokemon games with completely new graphics, with a completely new story. with completely different models. Granted, their developer team and their budget is also way higher. I understand that, but it's still ridiculous. I'm not sure if they should have just sold it, because there are certain development teams on Roblox that will like the whole fish situation that happened a while ago, where the people that made fish sold it to this big company, and then they made fish really bad, and then they got sold back, so now the game's good again. Like, that's not a path I would have wanted to see it go down. But if they weren't gonna be passionate about it in the first place, they should have just been, I would have rather them been like, listen, we don't care to develop this game anymore. We're just gonna stop. We're sorry. Like, obviously that would have pissed me off, but at least it would have been more honest than what they're doing right now. Like, if they couldn't be bothered, they should have just said that, instead of, you know, wasting people's time saying that they're gonna make an update and then just not making an update. Like, that's so, like, filthy. Like, that's actually disgusting. Yeah, that sucks. That pissed me off, because, especially coming from somebody that, like, their whole channel started on Lumion Legacy. And I gave that game the benefit of the doubt so many times, just for them to pull some shit like that. It's annoying. It's annoying to see, to say the least. Alright, I do need to go do laundry at 42:15. I'm gonna do one more encounter, and then I'm gonna leave an encounter on stream. You guys will see if it's shiny. I'm not gonna see if it's shiny until I come back. I'll probably be gone for like 10-15 minutes. Yeah, hopefully it won't take too long. Alright. I'm not gonna see if this is shiny. You guys will. I'll be right back. I'm back. That was quicker than I thought. I'm gonna have to leave in another 40 minutes to just check on it again, but that one won't take as long. I didn't put too much in the laundry, so yeah, that'll be fine. But yeah, in another 40 minutes, I'm taking another brief break to do that, but we're good now. All right, let's continue where we left off. 47:15. All right. Can't type. You would think after, you know, the thousands of numbers I've had to count up with this counter that I would be like a master at it. I still fuck up. Freaking manual editing of it all the time. Oh man, the hot stuff is starting to get more and more brutal. It's at that stage now where it's like, I don't know if I'm 100 encounters away, 1,000 encounters away, or 10,000 encounters away. God forbid more than that. But yeah. You never know until you know. $47.47. Alright, 250 encounters in. I'll do about 500 more and we'll call it a stream. I keep getting tripped out sometimes because I don't know why I keep thinking the purple looks dark blue for half a second on some of these. I think it's because obviously the speaker is like more shadowed when it's like kind of flying across the screen, so purple I guess looks more like a dark blue in that instance, but I don't know. 4774. Another number that's a palindrome. Ugh. Yeah, I just burn out so quickly in these afternoon streams. I don't know what it is. $4,800 now, by the way. Be back. I came back a little earlier than I thought I was going to, for the record, Evan. So I got a decent amount of resets off while you were gone. Got like 85 of them. You didn't miss any shinies though, so you're good. Evan, you need to siphon some of your luck to me, bro. It kinda happened with the hoe. I need you to bless me up again. What was the most encounters for one of the shinies? It was Eevee. 8,521. Everything else was under odds, though. I've been pretty lucky, so... I have a premonition that this Suicune is not going to be as nice to me. Yeah, not even that over odds, yeah. It was only a few hundred encounters over odds. I have 2 predictions for when this Suicune's gonna show up. One person said 5,115. And a Nick, who I'm not sure if he's still in chat or not, said 8,196. I still remember both of them. And we're coming up on one of those predictions soon. We will get there this stream. 5,115. Yeah, Eevee's encounter time's really slow, which made that one brutal. Like, on speed up, I still spent, like, I think around 40 hours to get that shiny, like 40 real-life hours of just resetting. It's a lot of time. Not nearly as much as some people spend. People have spent hundreds of hours just on one shiny, but with speed up, yeah, I mean, 40 hours is pretty brutal. If it wasn't on speed up, it takes like a minute per reset. But it was like 15 seconds per reset, 15 to 17 seconds per reset with the speed up. Ed, what's your next stream going to be about after you beat Pokemon Heartgold, Soul Silver? I was thinking of streaming Dragon Ball Z Kakarot. I already kind of started a playthrough, but I'm tempted to start a new playthrough and just stream a playthrough. Like, on stream. I feel like that could be kind of fun. Or I'll find something other than... But if I don't do that, I'll find a game on Steam that I've been wanting to play or looks good. And I'll play that on stream. Those are my ideas right now. But what I'm probably going to do with streaming after this, because I've been going balls to the walls with literally just this challenge. I've been going balls to the wall. And I haven't been streaming or like really putting out anything else. So I think I'm probably, when I do stream, I might make like a schedule where it's like, I'll pick like 3 or 4 days of the week to stream at specific times. And let's say on Thursdays and Saturdays, I'll record one game. And on Fridays and Sundays, I'll do a different game. Like, for example, maybe I'll do, like, some sort of Pokemon Platinum challenge on Thursdays and Saturdays. Whereas on Friday and Sunday, I'll do, like, you know, I'll play, like, Dragon Ball Z Kakarot or something. Like, I'll figure it out when I get there, but something like that. I want to jinx it, but I'm guessing 9,465 for Suicune. I hope you get it sooner, but I feel the Rain Dog will take a while. Unironically, I wouldn't even mind if it took that long. I'm more concerned it's going to go, like, double odds, 20k, 30k. Like, those are my bigger fears. If it goes sub 10k, I'd honestly be happy. Unironically, like, I wouldn't even be mad if it went that long, Evan. If it's sub 10k, I'll be happy. It's actually not that long, because you have to keep in mind, I have 5 shinies on this team. I soft resetted for 2 of them, I think. 3 of them. I soft resetted for 3 of them. Because I soft resetted for the starter, I soft resetted for Ho, and I soft resetted for Eevee. And now I'm soft resetting for this. So most of my in-game time is still sub 100 hours because most of my time I've been resetting. So it hasn't really been going toward my in-game time. It probably would have gotten to like the 300, 400 hour range. But because most of my hunts have been reset hunts, it's probably not going to get that bad. The patient goat. I'm not that patient. I think there's people more patient than me out there. If I was seriously patient, I would have done this on normal speed, but I'm not that goated. But I think this definitely has made me more patient. If I can wait days on him and hunting 5 hours a day for a single shiny. Hope that kind of applies itself to other parts of my life. So many shiny rookies and Pokemon, so it's not even funny, yeah. Are there any like shiny hunting methods in Pokemon Sword other than like the Dynamax adventures and like Masuda method that make the like is there anything that you can do for wild encounters that'll make them easier to find, or is it just Dynamax adventures and stuff that boost the odds? I haven't shiny hunted a lot in Gen 8. I did some Masuda method egg hunting, but mainly what? Just grass encounters from round 1 to 3. Fair. I mean, the odds still aren't bad. 1 in 4,096 could be, you know, it could be worse. Masuda method hunting's goated though. Isn't it like 1 in 380 something in those games? Exclamation lurk. What are you doing here, Midnight? Lurkin. Did a hunt for impotent. Damn. Yeah, that sounds annoying. But going over 1K, I mean, you said well over 1K, so that could still be like 3K, 4K. I'm not sure exactly how many, but I imagine you did that at that game's full odds at 1 in 4,096, which that sounds like a pain. 60 plus shinies, yeah, it's a lot of shinies, dude. Committed. I don't think I've done more than 40 to 50 hunts in my entire lifetime of shiny hunting in mainline games specifically. Mainline games specifically, I don't think I probably found over 50 or 60 shinies in general, but in terms of shinies that I was like actively hunting for, I think I've probably done less than 50. Because in Legends of Arceus, I found a lot of shinies without even trying. But I don't really count those because I wasn't like actively hunting any of them. $1,500 in Go is crazy. Yeah, you're a beast, dude. Absolute beast this guy is. Only played a couple community days too. Yeah, dude, I was playing. There was a couple of those community days recently for like those electric types, and I didn't get a single fucking shiny. So annoying. My luck in Go was atrocious. Oh, my luck in this was good. So I guess it transferred somewhere. These are buns, I hate them. I haven't done enough of them to have a strong opinion on them yet, but... One thing I don't like about them is the fact that, like... They say that there will be, like, an influx of a certain Pokemon on those given days, but it's not, like, just an influx. It's like you only see that Pokemon. Like, I have a screenshot of me being surrounded by, like, literally, like, 30 or 40 Marie. Like, it's absurd. I haven't watched his Overwatch streams in a while either. I had issues with, like, my Twitch account's weird. Like, my Twitch has been being weird recently, so I haven't really been able to watch any of them. Is he still streaming? I hope he enjoys it. That's more important than anything. Gotta enjoy what you're streaming. Like, I'll say this now because this was months ago, but there were some days, like when I was just streaming on Sundays and I was streaming for an hour and a half, there were some days where I'd get on, knowing I had to stream, and I was like, ugh. Like, because I was just only playing Roblox and stuff. Not that I had a problem with Roblox, but there was a few there wasn't I always had this precedent with my Roblox streams that I would do on Sundays, where I had to switch games every, like, 30 minutes. And there was only, like, 1 or 2 games I, like, really actively enjoyed playing on Roblox. So I'd have to, you know, play a couple games that, like, I didn't hate, but just, like, wasn't, like, super crazy about. And I feel like I'd end up getting bored faster doing that. But now that I'm streaming, like, Pokemon and stuff, I stay a lot more entertained. Not that I, like, disliked streaming Roblox or, like, despised it or, like, hated it. It was just, like, it wasn't as fun as, or enjoyable for me as doing this, because I just enjoy Pokemon more. He's really good at Overwatch? Dude, that makes one of us. I'm horrific at that game. Like, so bad at that game. Rivals and please donate. I've heard Rivals is good. I forget which battle music this is, like which Pokemon game it's from. I think this is, I don't remember which battle this is, but I'm pretty sure this is from Red or Blue, or from Fire Red or Leaf Green. I think it's some sort of Kanto game. But if you do another Roblox stream, can you play story I got better? If I do another Roblox stream, maybe. But I haven't really been playing Roblox as much. Also, Roblox has been weird recently. Because, like, I don't know, their whole safety thing and the way they run, like, their safety moderation and, like, that whole thing is really sketchy to me. And I've been having thoughts about that because I'm not sure that's a game I really want to promote to my audience, who I know there's obviously going to be some people that are like 14 or 13 or under. And I obviously care about the people that watch my videos. So if I did start recording Roblox again, I feel like I would have to make like a PSA to people that watch my content. Like, by the way, if you play Roblox, like, be careful. Like, there are weird people on Roblox. And, you know, just be aware of that stuff. But beyond that, I also just haven't really been enjoying Roblox as much recently. But if I do get back into playing Roblox, I will definitely keep your suggestion in mind. Yeah, Roblox has turned me off for multiple reasons. That's so sweet. Well, it's just like, it's something that's always been on the back of my mind when I was recording it. I'm like, obviously it's not fully my responsibility. Like, what kids who are impressionable play is obviously more on the burden of the parents and not some dude on the internet who's playing games that are very much not inappropriate on Roblox. But there are weirdos everywhere on Roblox, and I don't think their administration does a good job to handle that. And I think there are certain parents that aren't really aware of that. So I think it's just something that if I did start recording Roblox again, I would feel obligated to make some sort of PSA for my younger viewers that, like, which, by the way, I don't really want people who are like really young watching my content, because like I curse and stuff, which obviously is not, you know, ideal for people that are super, super young to be watching my content, but most of my content gets out to people who are like preteens and older, so that's neither here nor there. But sorry, I got sidetracked. Like, I would feel the need to make some sort of PSA. Like, just be careful, like, on Roblox. Because I know I don't want to get too personal into it, but I know I definitely had my fair share of encounters with weirdos when I was like 13 and younger. So it happens. I just don't want that to happen to... I was vape on stream, but I try not to swear, but I slip up sometimes. I mean, I think cursing every now and then is fine. I think anybody that's above, like, the age of 13 can handle hearing a curse word. I think people above the age of probably, like, 11 or 12. Probably. But, like, I'm talking more about people that are, like, kids that are, like, you know, like, 8, 9. Like, that's not really people I want to be swearing about. But with the kind of content I make, I don't think I'm really attracting that sort of audience anyways. So I'm not as worried about it. And as I said it earlier, it is more on the parents when kids are that young to watch what their kid is watching. Like, as long as I'm not making, like, super egregious, vulgar jokes, like... I don't really have too much restriction on what I say and stuff. Like, I let a curse word fly every now and then. Especially when I find a shiny. I let it freaking hang loose when I find a damn shiny. Again, I'm also kind of sparing with the language on stream. But yeah. One thing I will say though, content creation is definitely seemed more fun for me recently because I feel like I'm actually playing games that like I enjoy and like I like playing more so than games that I know will get views. Yeah, because Nick plays on a controller. At 49:50, by the way, I'm going to take a break to go check on my laundry again. This time it will not be as long. The Lumion Legacy doesn't try at all. I've lost all hope for that game at this point. With how Lumion Legacy has been running, it makes me want to play Pokemon Brick Bronze copies more just to spite the developers. Like, before I would do it, and I'd feel somewhat guilty because I'm like, I know the developers of Lumion Legacy, like, wouldn't like the fact that I'm playing these Brick Bronze copies. But seeing as they, like, actively lie to their fans, I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna play your dead game that you can't have anymore because Nintendo copyright striked it. Like, I remember reading, like, a statement from, like, either Lando or, like, one of the developers saying that, like, if you still play Brick Bronze copies, like, that's an insult to us and that's an insult to me. I'm like, you don't fucking care if some 10 or 11-year-old or doesn't even matter the age, is playing some random brick bronze copy. Like, there's no way you care that much. Like, that's so performative. That'd be like if I made games and like one of my games got taken down and somebody made a copy of it for other people to play. I'd be like, damn, that sucks because that dude gets to get away with it. But like, I'm not gonna sit here and say that people that play it are like scumbags or like insult them or say that they're insulting me by doing that. Like that's so performative, I feel like. But anyways, this is 49.50. I gotta go check on my laundry once more, but I will be right back. I'm gonna put it on screen. You guys will see if it's shiny. I won't until I come back. All right. See you guys in like probably like no more than 5 minutes. That took longer than I thought. My bad. That was my bad. Okay, we're good now, though. I'm not gonna do anything laundry related until I finish up this stream now, so we're chilling. We've got about 300 more encounters to go before I call it a stream, so let's just get right into it. Come on, Suicune. Almost at 5,000 though. It's a big milestone. It is a big milestone. Sorry if my humming's annoying. Bum, 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 ba-dum, bum, 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 ba-dum, bum, 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 bum. Sorry. 20 left until we hit 5,000. Just 20 left. The last blue shiny I got was in fact in the 5,000s, so could be a good omen. Come on, Suicune. Please just be shiny, please. Damn. $49.92. $49.92. You know what I want, Suicune. Just make this quick for the both of us. Alright, well, Suicune's making it out of the 4,000s. This is Suicune number 5,000. We are halfway to 10,000 encounters. God forbid we need to get there, but you never know. Less than 250 to go for this stream. And later tonight we will hit 6,000. And I've hit that point now where it's like, if I got Suicune in these next 244 encounters or so, within these next 244 encounters, I would just call stream if I caught it. I'll call stream if I failed it too, but I don't want to fail it. You know what I mean. If I found shiny Suicune in these last 240 something encounters, I would call stream a little earlier than usual, so that I could take a break, grind up my team, come back later tonight to stream some more gameplay. But that's literally only if it shows up in these next 241 encounters within that time span. Do 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 do. Goddamn, Suicune. God damn. Could have just gotten lucky one more time. Got a sub 4K hunt, but was not going to be the case with Suicune. No siree. Just be nice to me. Just be nice to me, Suicune. That's all I ask. If you're gonna be a little mean, don't be super mean. Speaking wants to pass Nidoran. Got a few hundred more counters to go. We're not going to get there this stream, but we will get there in tonight's stream. $50-50. 50-50. I'm getting hungry. Luckily, we're near the end of the stream. I want to eat after this. Quite peckish. Collision Course, Flare, but Scale Shot, and Ice Fang. That seems pretty good. I don't know Koraidon's move pool that well, so I'm not sure if there's better, but I mean, that seems pretty good. What is Collision Course again? I forget what Collision Course does and what type it is and whatnot. What typing is it? What type is the move? Seems pretty good though. And ironically, you could run that with like a choice item. Run that moveset with like a choice item. Because you have all attacking moves, you can run like choice scarf or something. Fighting? Yeah, that's good. It's a great move, Jesus. Is that like its signature move? That's insane. Yeah. I'd run that with like a choice scarf or something. That seems like a good moveset though. Maybe consider swapping Ice Fang. That's about it though. Hold on 1 second. I'm gonna do this encounter. I'm gonna be right back. Alright, we're good. We're good. But yeah, that moveset seems good, Nick. Of course. Only thing, again, like I said, I'm not sure what Koraidon's moveset is, but maybe consider something instead of Ice Fang, because Koraidon, if I remember, is... I think it's Fighting Dragon. I don't think you would need Ice-type coverage for... I mean, I guess that helps with Flying types, maybe. And other Dragon types, but you already have Dragon type. You already have a Dragon type move and Scale Shot. If it has, like, another move that's stronger than Ice Fang that is good against most flying types, like an electric type move or something, or like just like a stronger ice type move, I'd consider that instead. And then run it with the Choice Scarf. That sounds like a pretty good set. You have the best Rababi moveset? A good Rababi moveset that I could think of off of the... You said you think you have the best one? Let me try to predict it. I predict Sticky Web, Bug Buzz, Moonblast... Actually, and Quiver Dance, maybe? It's luck-based. Do you have Metronome on that? $150 encounters left, and then I'm gonna call it a stream. All wrong besides Quiver Dance. Okay, well, at least I got Quiver Dance right. Alright, well, hit me. What's the moveset? Any more guesses? Well, I hope you're running some sort of bug or fairy type move for stab. Maybe Draining Kiss or Dazzling Gleam. What other bug type move would you run if you're not running Bug Buzz? Maybe you're not running a bug type move, I don't know. And you're not running Sticky Web. Whatever it is, it's a strange moveset. I can't think of anything else. What other bug type moves are there that are special attacking? I can't think. That's all I've got left. Oh, does it have Baton Pass? Also, we're coming up on, I think Derek's prediction. Derek predicted 5,115. So, if Derek's right, we're about to get the shiny right now. Let's see it. Derek was wrong. Alright, well, that's one prediction we've passed. You might have like Quiver Dance, Baton Pass. Does it have no attacking moves? How let him Choice Scarf? That doesn't make any sense. Why would you run Choice Scarf? Because once you use Quiver Dance, you're just stuck into you're just trapped into Quiver Dance. That wouldn't make any sense. Unless I'm not thinking of something, but that just... Choice Scarf does not seem like this would help. Oh, switcheroo. I didn't even think of switcheroo. So you swap the Choice Scarf onto them, so they're forced to use whatever move. And then you can set up with Quiver Dance. And then I guess you'd have baton pass, maybe? Because you said it's a support, so maybe quiver dance, baton pass, and then like maybe some sort of screen. It is baton pass. And Dazzling Gleam, okay. I would consider Draining Kiss maybe instead of Dazzling Gleam. That's a good set though. Only reason I'd say Draining Kiss is because you can gain health back. Unless you do mainly double battles. If you do mainly double battles, Dazzling Gleam might be better. It's OP if you know your opponent's moveset too. Like, you gotta make, because Rabambi's frail, so what you have to make sure of is that, ideally you want to be up against a special attacker, or some sort of support. And then you also got to make sure that you can tank enough hits from whatever you're fighting. They might use an attacking move first turn, and then they're stuck into that. Let's say they use like, if they use like flamethrower, you might live one, but you're not gonna live the second one. So you gotta make sure you know your opponent's moveset too. And then you have Mewtwo Y. Yeah, that's Quiver. Oh god, Quiver Dance boosted Mewtwo Y sounds cancerous. But yeah. I would consider, the only thing maybe is consider Draining Kiss instead of Dazzling Gleam if you do single battles. Because you can get health back if you take any damage. If you want to maximize damage though, I would do Moonblast instead. I think either of those would be a little bit better than Dazzling Gleam. But if you do double battles, then Dazzling Gleam probably is the best. Yeah, if they use a supporting move, they're fried. Like, if you, like, for example, if they start using, like, Swords Dance turn 1, they're just trapped into Swords Dance until they switch out. They're forced to switch. The one issue you will have is that if they use something like Toxic, you have a time limit now, but it's not the worst thing in the world. because you have Baton Pass. So what you can do is you can just switcheroo, Choice Scarf, Quiver Dance once, switch into Mewtwo with Baton Pass because they're probably going to switch out. And even with just one Quiver Dance, your Mega Mewtwo Y will literally be able to sweep with literally just one Quiver Dance. Like, barely anything tanks a hit from Mega Mewtwo Y as is, but if it's got a Quiver Dance up, it's GG's. Mewtwo X suck. It doesn't suck, but it's just not as good as Mewtwo Y. It's not as good because Mewtwo doesn't learn as many physical moves, and it doesn't get much utility as out of physical moves as it does with special moves. But Mega Mewtwo X is still very much broken. It's got crazy ass stats, it's got good typing, it does still get some decent moves. It's just not as good as Mega Mewtwo Y. There's hitting like a truck, and then there's hitting like Mega Mewtwo Y. You have an Arceus Fairy? Jeez. I'd maybe consider giving it a different plate, just to have some more type diversity, since Rabambi's already a fairy type. But yeah, that's good. It's a crazy ass team you're building. I don't know about Pokerus. Is Pokerus the same rarity in the game you're playing as in any other Pokemon game? Because Pokerus normally is like a 1 in 20 something thousand chance. If I give you metagross with it, yeah. That's cool. You have him, do you mean Axew? Shiny Haxorus is a great shiny. Great shiny. Dude, my stomach is growling. Like, I physically hear it growling. Luckily, we're done in less than 60, so I'll be able to get my food soon enough. Almost at 5,200. God, I can't type, dude. Last 50. Here it goes. Give him a perfect IV shiny Koraidon. Jesus. Your brother is a lucky guy. Is it because it was his birthday? Oh, for a giveaway. He won a giveaway? That's crazy. That's sick. GG's to your brother. Shiny Koraidon's also like probably top 5 shinies of all time for me. It might be my favorite shiny. I know I said it was Greninja yesterday, but I kind of forgot about Koraidon. Koraidon's is really good. Ba-dum. Do-do-do. 35 to go. That's not right. I would ask for Miraidon shiny. Haven't done any updates where you can get it. So it would be rare, I guess. I do think Miraidon's is at least cooler. So Miraidon's is still good, but I think Miraidon's shiny is elite. Alright, here it is, last 25 of the stream. It's on the next 25. Gonna have to try again later tonight. Try to make a better supporting moveset than Rabombi. Still on Rabombi or on a different Pokemon? Any Pokemon of my choice, but you can't copy. Okay. Okay, so I have to pick a Pokemon that you want to try to make a better support moveset on than Rabombi. Can't be fully the same, okay. Try making one with Ferrothorn. There's already a goated Ferrothorn moveset I have in my head, but there's a few directions you can go with Ferrothorn. Last 8 encounters. Oh, do you want me to make the moves? Because I already have a Ferrothorn set that's like perfect. Gyro Ball, Leech Seed, Vine Lash or something. It's the what the fuck is the? I forget what the name of the move is. Power Whip, not Vine Lash. Power Whip. It's a really good grass type move. And yeah, Gyro Ball, Leech Seed, Power Whip, and what was the last one? What was the last move? Crap, I'm like forgetting what the last move was. Give me a second. I need to think. Maybe Stealth Rock or something. Or you could do Toxic. Or Knockoff. Ooh, Knockoff. Or Protect. There's so many directions you could go. I would go Power Whip, Gyro Ball, Leech Seed. And then go with Stealth Rock. And do Rocky Helmet. Rocky Helmet is the held item. Last encounter, by the way. Let's see what the Suicune is. Alright. That's all I've got, guys. I will be back later tonight to get to about 6,000 encounters for Suicune. Hopefully we'll get it then. If not, I got one more day this weekend to try to get it. And if not, I will have to come back next weekend to hopefully, finally, get this Suicune. But yeah. That's all I've got for you guys this afternoon. I will be back later tonight to stream more encounters yet again. Alright. Thanks to those that joined. Have a good one.